The market is changing and the builders are finally changing their tune. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to save money and find the best deals possible when building a new construction home in the Houston area. And it's been a whirlwind the last couple of years when it comes to building a new construction home. We went from builder lottery systems to inventory-only homes to unrealistic timelines on how long it would actually take to complete the new construction home. But since the end of last summer, we started to see a shift with the new construction market. Now there's a lot of inventory, things are sitting a little bit longer, and builders are releasing a ton of incentives. So today I wanted to share with you the best way to take advantage of these deals and how to find them. Tip number one to save money is that a lot of these builders have inventory homes or quick move-in homes. Some are built by the builder in order to have more control over the timeline and materials, but more often than not, buyers will build these beautiful dream homes and then they fall out of contract, whether it be they no longer qualify for the loan or they were unable to sell their house in time. Whatever the case might be, the builder is now sitting on these homes, and it costs the builder a lot more money to sit on a completed home than it does on the lots or an uncompleted home. So usually builders will have more incentives, discounts, and motivation to sell you a standing inventory home than they would a new construction lot. So make sure you check those out first to see if one might work for you, because the sales agent's going to be much more motivated to sell you the inventory home at a discount than they are for you to build your own home from scratch. One of the benefits of using a realtor is that they build relationships with these builder reps. So when a home falls out of contract or an inventory home is coming soon, often they'll let realtors know before it even hits the market, because again, they do not want completed homes to sit at all. Tip number two is buying a home at a certain time. A majority of the builders here in Houston are production builders, and therefore they have a lot of quotas and numbers they must reach on a monthly, quarterly, and annual basis. And these sales reps work really hard to make these numbers. Of course, most of these production builders are large corporations and their fiscal years may start and end at different time cycles, but a knowledgeable realtor will be able to help you know when one ends and starts and when to look at each builder for the best deals. In my opinion, one of my favorite times is the very end of the year. So when everybody is celebrating the holidays, that is when most builders are trying to close out the end year and make those annual goals. It's a double win at the end of the year because it's already a slow time in the buyer market as it is. My second favorite time is just after the summer rush. The summer rush usually starts in early spring and ends mid-summer. Builders know that people move and build homes around the school schedule, and therefore the builders are busier and less desperate to get rid of homes during their peak time. But just after that, when everybody's already settled in for school, they're going to be a little bit more open to discounts and trying to continue to bring people in. If you are on a timeline yourself, whether it's relocating or you have kids in school as well, then I would recommend looking at new construction on the second half of the month when they are trying to make those monthly numbers, because they'll be a little bit more open to discounts and incentives. Tip number three is builders are offering amazing lending incentives right now, whether it's buy down rates or money towards your closing costs, and you need to use this to your advantage. A little secret, you are going to save more money focusing on the lending incentives than you are trying to get a discount on the home. A second little secret is that the preferred builder lender usually has more freedom in order to give you lending incentives than the sales rep does for negotiating price and sales incentives. Yes, there is some room for negotiations on the upfront incentives and discounts. However, they're usually very minimal, something like throwing in a couple of appliances or maybe adding a sprinkler package. Things like taking $40,000 or $50,000 off the base price is not going to happen. Yes, the builders are slower right now, but they are not desperate. They are still moving inventory. Tip number four, beyond builder incentives and lending incentives, if you do decide to build a home from scratch, don't get trapped in all the fancy upgrades. Focus on big items and take the standard builder grade where you can and do it after you close. You will save a significant amount of money and you'll have way more options when you look online or at other stores. It is not until you begin building that you realize how much the builder actually lets you choose, and a lot of these little things add up to a lot of money. Again, you might be noticing a little bit of pattern here, but an experienced realtor will help you analyze the order of importance on upgrades and help you figure out what is most important to you and where you can save money. Having built many homes with many builders and buyers, I now know a lot of things that I know you absolutely should do and some things that you probably can wait to do. Tip number 5 is to do your research on the home builder and the neighborhood. Not all home builders, neighborhoods, developments are treated equally, and you want to make sure that where you're building is going to appreciate in value long term. And more importantly, you want to make sure that you're not overpaying for the home that you're going to build. An experienced realtor will help you navigate this and figure out the trends and the best area for you to build in. I've had the privilege of helping many families build a new construction home, and I have created a 13-page in-depth guide on how to build, the pitfalls to avoid, and over 50 questions you need to ask the builder before building your new construction home. If you would like a copy, there is a link in the description box below. And if you are moving to the Houston area and would like assistance, please fill out the form below and I will get back to you very shortly. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.